Hello, welcome back. Last time I worked on the 6 aliens puzzle for a bit. This is going to be noisy. Eventually. Kinda got stuck about halfway through. I learned some things. There's that noise.
Well, there was really no call for them to attack.
Okay. So I made a save there. And I have one for the beginning so that it's quiet. Okay. So this puzzle. This is a final puzzle. It's pretty tricky. I worked out some aspects of it, but I'm a little bit stuck on others. So, where was I? This is easy to get out. This is one of my most useful tools for manipulating all the other aliens. This one seems to be the hardest to get out. My two main stumbling blocks were I couldn't figure out how to get rid of this. It is fairly important to get it out of that space. The only place you can exit is here. But even if I get it up there, I got it up there with the seaweed alien. But even doing that doesn't really solve my problem, because if I only have Guppy lifting it up... Oh right, King Crab. So King Crab can do some things, but his problem is he falls down and can't really get back up too easily. Because I need him to fall down to do some stuff, and then I feel like I need him back up here, again, to help push this around. Flounder cannot access this area of the puzzle. That's not true. Hey, I just realized something. If I could push this pipe to the right...
That was a solid thumping you was dealing, Fishy.
If I could push this pipe to the right, Flounder could actually swim through here once. Yeah, and he could get through this gap if this thing weren't here. Okay. He'd be stuck over here, so I'd have to deal with all these first, which could potentially be done. Why didn't I do this just right up front? Like, can't I, if I want to, I think I can just do this. But that's in the way, that's the problem. Okay, once that's out of the way, I can do this sort of thing, but then it's going to be in the way of Guppy getting over here. Alright, so this is still pretty complicated.
Watch out,
Oops! I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. Whoa! Game got a bit confused when I loaded that. Whoa! I crashed it. Okay, that's interesting. So don't load the same state of the very beginning of the puzzle when you're already there. Alright, prepare for noise again.
Watch out, Guppy.
Pew, 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 pew.
Well, there was really no call.
Alright, so, will it do it again if I do this? No, it's fine now. You're gonna ignore the starfish for now. That seems prudent. Okay, so it feels like everything really just comes down to having King Crab push this to the right somehow. How will he do that? The thing that makes that hard is there's nothing for him to really stand on in this area. To get the seaweed alien in there, that would work well if I could park it in that spot. But doing that involves moving this, and moving that seems to get me stuckish. Okay, so everything that I do here should be basically in, wait, what? With the goal of getting this thing moved to the right. That's the most important thing for me to figure out right now, I think. The only way to get this in there is to have this already gone. How did I ever push this out of the way? Oh, with the leverage in there. That's how it was. So that can get you out of there. Kind of. But now the seaweed guy is stuck to you. Do I have an opportunity to get through here and somehow... no, I really don't. Do I?
Not again.
Shoot.
I should have seen that.
Stop that. If I can position you there, yeah, she can get around. So if I do this first thing, I just want to prop this on that. And that's Still not quite retrievable, is it? This is different. I haven't done exactly this before. That doesn't get me anywhere, though. You do this,
Not
but then
again.
she dies. And I can't push that some other way. Okay, so that's no good. Can King Crab help somehow? See, but I need him. I need him not to fall down past this point. Yeah, just getting this seaweed guy in there is quite a challenge. Okay, so this seems like a terrible idea for actually getting the puzzle done. But I think I might be able to somehow kind of eliminate the radioactive one.
Oops.
Well, not like this. That's just gotten me stuck. I just can't really navigate these things around each other. Like, once an object has touched something radioactive, it gets a lot harder to get a hold of it. If only I could just move this over and prop it on his head somehow. Or if I could get in here and push to the right somehow. That doesn't seem like something I can do, though. So again, I've done basically this before. I can lift that. It doesn't help me. Can I somehow get the ice, like, underneath this so it becomes a floating unit? And what's this for? Oh. Wait a minute, maybe I'm supposed to use the ice. Like, shove it up in here. Well, why would I do that? Okay, so ice. What can I do with you, ice?
That was a solid thumping you was dealing, Fisher.
So instead of moving it to the right, let's move it to the left. So if I move it, like, all the way over there. I haven't tried exactly this before. This could go somewhere, maybe. Because look at this. I can have him stand on it. So what? So, watch this. He can push it down, she can push it over, he can get
I
back.
should have seen that coming.
Clearly I did not see that coming. Okay, so that didn't work the way I wanted it to. There's not much King Crab can do to interact with stuff from all the way up there. That's a problem. Not really sure where I'm trying to put this. That's part of my problem. So he can kind of travel around a little bit, kind of. But, like, not usefully. That's not something that I want, is it?
Not again.
No, it's really not. Okay, so there was some complicated structure involving this ice, and it couldn't have been that guy. The ice and I guess the seaweed alien that let me boost King Crab up to this area using Flounder's help. This object is involved in getting the starfish. I'm wondering if I can claim it and use it some other way too. So, yeah, the ice is the thing I understand the least, I think. So it's what I'm going to focus on for the moment. So that's interesting. That lets me get it in here. Okay. That could be something. Oh, didn't I want it? Oh, look what I did. Hey, an ice shelf. A Ross ice shelf. Oh, wait, and also that lets me do this. Hey! Cool. Now that's real progress. Okay. Why don't you catch that? Just hold it for a minute. Also, I'm gonna do that. You don't really have a way through here. I made a big mess with this. But I can do all this stuff without even interacting with these. So load beginning. Okay. It was just an... Oh, no I can't. I had to specifically move this out of the way to get that ice and... Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so that was actually important, huh? That's not what I want, that's not what I want. Okay, so... So yeah, that seemed to be the only way to get that into that position, because I can't move it left once it's over there. I have to move it right and then down. Okay. Can I undo back to where I was? I think I should... Yeah, I can. So... I'm gonna just save the state here. This right here might be unsolvable, but at least I can play with other aspects of the puzzle before then. Fishy can get out of here, right? I think so. No. No, not like this. That's unfortunate. Can you get around him somehow? Oops. No. Nope. Can't get her out before I'm doing this stuff. That's fine. I'll do that stuff. Okay, so I'm not getting the starfish. Let's ignore that. So you needed to be there to do this. I don't really like that, and you can't easily get in there, but I think maybe that's what you're gonna have to do. Wait, why don't I do this then? There we go, that's probably better. And in fact, I can just about get rid of... Oh wait, how do I move this? I need a lever, a steel pipe lever. Ah, that's how I do it. So it'd be something like... that? No, it wouldn't...
How'd you get that?
What happens if I do this? Maybe what I want happens. Maybe. Because I can get rid of you.
Get out of here.
Problem is I can't move this structure anymore. So can I go one more and still do that? I don't think so. No. So that's definitely no good. What if I were to ditch the steel pipe? Or, oh no, then he can't get in there. Okay, so this is hard. Oops. She's just positioned up here for Flounder to push that, but he's busy. Got problems of his own. There isn't really any position where she could get down and push this to the right without dying to the steel pipe. Putting that there kind of sets a trap. The only way to get him out is like that. Doing this removes my opportunity to push that to the right. Doing this removes my opportunity to push this to the left. So none of those things are right, apparently. Yeah, doesn't seem like it.
Now you see.
I wonder what he was saying. That didn't sound like something I'd heard before. There's no reason I would do this. All that does is create a trap that kills him. Could Guppy somehow... no. Wait, if she could get through those lasers, then she could get under this and lift it up, potentially. That doesn't sound like something I can really do, though. Okay, so when did I push that onto his back? Then, and that was the only way to get Guppy free. And I have this huge mess here that I don't know if it's even possible to deal with at this point. I'm learning things, though. Is the ice block relevant to something? I don't know. Alright, so... I could do this. Maybe that's something good. Might want that ice, I don't know. So having done that... Well, all that would do is... Oh, hang on, you can keep pushing up there. Aha! That lets me put this past that spot. So, let's see. If Flounder would drop... Well, not on her back. If you drop this object here... Well, now that becomes irretrievable there. That's not what I want. Well, does it, though? Yes.
Are you sure we gotta take all these guys fishing?
Annoyingly, yes. I can't use this as a laser shield, can I? Not from... I could do it... It's a laser from the right, but not from the left. What else could I use as a laser shield? I want to get her under this to lift that, because then he could just push it to the right from up above, and that'd be so much easier than using this pipe lever. Pipe lever is hard to work with. So yeah, there's no reason I would do this. Like that's just terrible. King Crab perhaps wants to be in this area now. What if he was? What if he came along for the ride? Like this. Well, that's not right. Probably. Why not? No, because it just isn't. That's not an option. I can't get him.
Now you see why I don't like to fight. It makes taking suspects into custody so much more work.
No, I can do that, actually, and that doesn't really lose me anything at all. Okay. So you go down there. Gonna drop this. Hold that up. Have you lever it over there. There's just enough room for that, which makes me feel like this is a smart thing to do, potentially. Yeah, so what that lets me do is push this down here, use it as the lever instead of that little steel pipe, and gonna have to go one more, then I can get rid of that.
Get
Okay,
outta here.
that alien's out of here. Neat. Guppy. So you're free to push that around, but you're gonna die when it falls, because its laser will kill you, right? And I don't want that. No, wait, but you can just push... Well, nah... Well, if you leave the puzzle...
Get out of here.
then you could do that, I guess. I mean, that's not against the rules. Sure, that's potentially workable. Okay, well, this allows me to clear that side of the puzzle. Doesn't help with this side. Like, at all. I have no additional tools over there that I didn't have before.
Get out of here.
But hey, I got one side clear, so that's something. So I'm just going to save this to Why would I save that? This is not a state I would ever want to recover. King Crab's stuck where he is, pretty much. He can't go much of anywhere. The only way he could go anywhere... No, I don't think there really is one. This is permanently unusable now. She can't really get through either. I mean, unless he moves, and even, well, he'd have to move here. Bye, Crabman. I need you, though, for this stuff. Can't do it on my own. Okay, so let's go back a whole lot and try some alternate... Okay, so I cleared the right side. That's good. The right side was the one I felt like I understood the least. But now that's how I can do it. I can do this. He twitches when I push him. So this would get Flounder over there.
Little rubber green guy.
But
thought
not
he'd be a
really.
mean guy. Thought he set an ambush and put us in a jam bush.
Jam bush. And of course, if he's over there, then none of this pushing stuff can happen, so that's almost certainly not involved in the puzzle. Okay, so I just made a big pile of mess here and then did this. The ice thing can kind of be done at any time before King Crab has fallen down anywhere. So I think I just need to insert some extra steps in before I go through here with the ice, because I know how to do that now. Wish I understood this. There's no object that fits in there except maybe Guppy. And she has no protection for pushing radiation over to the left from there. So without moving King Crab off of this little platform, I have to somehow use him to help Guppy get this thing out of here. That's the most impossible thing so far. Like, everything else is highly doable. It's just this radioactive one. We need a turtle for assistance or something. So, what can I do differently? All of this geometry here is very clearly built to make a very specific move possible. This one right here. And that is the only possible way, other than maybe something complicated involving the ice, that I can get this dude to move anywhere at all. I need your assistance, I'm fairly certain. Like, you are involved in this puzzle in some way I don't understand yet, I think. That's my assessment. Doing that's really not helpful. I just make the same big mess here that I've always made. Can I do some stuff with that after King Crab has gone down here on the ice? Maybe there's a way to get this somewhere. So let's play with that. Alright, so I've moved this enough that I can access that area to move the ice around. That was the key. So radioactive alien has to get somewhere. Wait, I just want to put it down that hole, don't I? Sure. Ice is there. Kinda. So I can do this, I can do that, I can get him up over top of that. That still doesn't actually help me. Oh, and Guppy's stuck too. That's part of the problem here, and that gets the ice kind of stuck. Oh boy. Is there any reason I would do something like this? Maybe. That kind of preserves the ice in that position and lets me push this down somewhere? Kind of. It also kind of doesn't. I no longer really like where that ice is, because it's blocking Guppy from going where she needs to go. And doing this starts a whole chain of events that I have to babysit fairly closely, but I mean, Flounder's not doing anything now, so he can have a thing on his back. That's fine. So, right, it's only Flounder who's incapacitated at this point. King Crab is okay. He can do stuff. If I could just move this ice up one somehow... But she can't get around, right? There's nothing I can do with these dudes. That just gets everything jammed up. And all I can do to get her down is push this. So that object's down there now. There's no way to move it. Yeah, there's no way to move it where I would want it. Huh. Is there something more I can do with this ice? I can get it. Well, now you fall. Probably not what I want. Doing anything with this big mess down here is pretty hard. I want to push that ice to the right under King Crab, but I can't. Right. I mean, okay, I can do this. Okay, that moved the ice. You know what else I could do? I can bring the ice through here, maybe, somehow. That looks vaguely possible. Not quite actually possible, though, is it? I think the answer is no. Well, the ice is down there now.
That was a solid thumping you was dealing, Vicious.
So could I...
I've had training.
Could I use it to
Guppy has a black
push...
belt in tofu.
Yeah, I think this needs to, like, sit in here somehow. That seems likely. It doesn't seem likely that I'm going to be able to make that happen, though. Not from this position. I just want to get the seaweed alien back out of there. That is what I desire. And putting the ice there doesn't really help me because I can't quite get it back. Okay. That just gets everything stuck in the same position as before. And there's no more pushing I can do to that without dying. Unless I have another pushing tool, and I don't.
Oops.
They're just not available to me. Well, okay. So this is going to be a three-parter, I guess. Hopefully. I cleared the right side. I figured out how to move these pipes. I figured out a lot of stuff. I'm still just stuck on this radioactive dude here. I'm not going to push myself too hard to get this done right now. Yeah, this is a slow process, but it's getting done. Alright, I'll see you next time to hopefully figure out the rest of this puzzle.